Good evening, everybody. My name is Hinadita, and I'd love to welcome you to our Inspiring Change event. I'm coming to you from a little town in the far north of New Zealand, in Kaikohe, and we've got some people that have jumped on from Murupara, and this is our New Zealand event. However, we can get people from other countries on this event as well. This is just for New Zealand time. So tonight, what we wanted to share with you is how people have created, using small changes, pretty extraordinary things. Different areas of our lives with our health. We've become health ambassadors for various reasons. And we've also started to really change up the way that we live our own personal lifestyles. So for me, this journey began, I'm going to keep it brief. This journey began maybe 25 years ago, actually, when my dad was diagnosed with cancer. And he passed away. He was younger than I am now. He was 42. And his sisters passed away of the same thing. It woke me up. And as I started approaching my 40s, I started to think, okay, so is this going to happen to me? And one thing motivated me was fear. The other thing that motivated me was I didn't realize how healthy I could really feel. And so I started this journey 2 years ago, and a few things have happened with us. My husband was a sugar addict. He started this program and this journey, and within 2 to 3 weeks, he started to get sick when he would have lollies and junk food. Takeaways. With sugar comes takeaways. So he would ring me from where he was working, and he'd go, I just tipped out my fizzy from my Burger King and filled it with water. I'm like, what? What happened? So he changed his diet. I stopped nanny napping. My teenagers stopped getting their skin cleared up from acne, and one of the best ones was my boy's eczema cleared up because it was pretty stressful for us. His eczema, it's in our family, and I find it's in a lot of Māori families. We have eczema, so that's what started our health journey. But also we started to share what this was all about. And I can share a little bit. We'll see how time goes on. It's been an amazing journey for us. Now we get to share it in our beautiful home after being an Aussie for 16 years. But without further ado, I'm actually going to pass the time over to Mem, who's going to share what has us really excited about what we call the juicy life. So, Mem. It's a bit echoey. Just a little bit echoey. Can you hear? Can you guys hear? No, not really. I can't really hear. It's kind of echoey, like it's in the distance. I'm not sure. Okay. Hey, that's a good thing about this. We have tech. We're not professionals here, which is awesome. Mem's going to try her phone. So Mem's going to jump on and I'm going to mute you and wait for you to come on. That's cool. That's awesome. Okay, so while we wait for Mem, here she goes. Let's try her over here. She's going on twice. Here we go. All right. Spotlight. Let's see how we go. How are we going there? Try there, Mem. How are you?
I'm going to take everything Whoops.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Just a bit of a hiccup.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes, that's perfect.
Okay, cool. Now I'm out in our kitchen. Can you guys see me on there? Can you click it on? Can you just click it on and let the girls, hang on, we've just got to set up, you've got me set up. And that's the thing too, because I know my phone works way better than everything else.
Yeah.
Just push enter. Yep. And what's our numbers again, Henrietta? I'll just set these guys up.
Oh,
You probably have to turn it down, it'll be feedback.
yeah, okay. I think I actually removed you, remember, because there was some feedback.
Oh, okay. Okay, go there. Come through the windows, guys, and you guys can watch just through here. And then I'll turn it back on. Okay, hi everybody with that. So I'm going to put my phone so our team can see us. Or you just come in here. Okay, now, as you can see, I've been part of this program.
Okay, we've lost Mem. All right. Are you guys still on, or was it just me? You're on. Oh, okay. I can see you. Okay. Can you get my product, please? Where is it? It's all in the cupboard. All right, guys, I'm going to take this over. For some reason, oh, hang on. No, for some reason, it's stopped, and that's okay. That's okay. So I'm going to take over this part. So this is what came into our lives. It's called Juice Plus. They are fruits and vegetables that are encapsulated. They are actually dried, and that's what attracted me to it. It's raw juice, fruits, vegetables, and berries that's been dried. So, and I just need a green one, my darling. These are them here, and that's basically what it is. We live in a world where we've moved away from the way our grandparents have eaten, our great-grandparents ate. We've moved away from that, all because of convenience. And for some reason, well, not for some reason, for that very reason, illness has escalated. We have now more asthma organisations, more of these illness organisations that have just taken over because of our health. It all starts with our health. So what this amazing company that's been around for about 40 years now has created are actually fruits and vegetables. They've actually brought convenience to us. Now, when I started this, I was like, nah, I'd rather just have normal fruits and vegetables. But have you seen what they have at the supermarket? You've got apples that have probably been in the cooler for months and months. When they come out, they rot pretty fast. You have, like, the quality of the produce in the supermarkets are not good. Not only that, they're sprayed with herbicides and pesticides. These have not been. These are capsules. So these are a pretty amazing product in that, say, just in these themselves, you can get apple, where are we? Yep. You can get apple, pineapple, peach, prune, orange, cranberry, papaya, beetroot, cherry, and date. I take 2 of those every morning, and I get that in my body every morning. And then with the greens, I get carrot, cabbage, kale, broccoli, beetroot, tomato, garlic, parsley, and spinach. I do like parsley, but I wouldn't eat it on its own. But now I get to eat it, you know. And this is the one that attributed to my son's eczema, which are the berries. And these are grape, raspberry, bilberry, blueberry, cranberry, pomegranate, blackcurrant, blackberry, elderberry, artichoke. I couldn't even buy all of those because, you know, I'm not in a place where they grow all of those. So we have this amazing gift of health. You're going to hear some stories tonight But not only that, so we call these our juice beans. Now, I think tomorrow I'm getting my order of our powders. So our powders, we don't market them as a replacement powder. They are not that. They're like our superfood powders, and it's unlike any other. And I got questions because people go, do you take protein powders? I'm like, yeah, I guess I do. They're plant protein. So broccoli sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, amaranth, quinoa, millet, pumpkin, pomegranate, spirulina, yucca. Now, yucca is a plant, but obviously you can eat it, and mushroom. And so we're getting these nutrients in our bodies every day. The beautiful thing about these is that the company has a heart and gives free chews for every adult that purchases for a child. So I'm blessed in the business, and you'll hear a little bit about the business later, where we actually get to have all of our family on this. And when there are days where, we want to just relax and be convenient, we might have some fish and chips, but knowing that I've got my fruits, veggies, and berries and already had them, it just makes me feel really good. The other thing, we have our omegas. Now, if you know the importance of omegas, these are good for the brain, these are good for the joints, and these are not from the fish themselves. Okay, so we're not farming fish here. This comes from the actual source. So this has pomegranate seed oil, sea buckthorn berry oil, raspberry seed oil, tomato seed oil, safflower oil, and algal oil. And these have got, it's pretty amazing, these plant-based omegas. Okay, so this is what forms what I call a wellness kit. Okay, plus the chews, and this has attributed to us having more wellness in our lives. We haven't been to the doctors for many years, even prior to starting these, but now, if we get a sniffle during winter, it's over the next day. And I've noticed that, especially with my little ones. So we're really blessed that we have these. As well as these, we have this program where you get recipes. I attribute these for allowing me to be sugar-free for 2 years now. I've been on these almost 2 years. And I believe it's because of these. So in our recipes, that most of them are sugar-free. All of them are sugar-free. Most of them are gluten-free, dairy-free, and they're just easy recipes that we can use, and that help support these products. So as well as that, I can go on about these, but the proof is really in the pudding. And what I want to do now is actually share Vicky. She's going to share a little bit about her story and what these have done for her. So
go on.
Vicky is right there.
Hey guys. Thank you, Henrietta. Yes, my name is Vicky. I personally have been taking the Juicy capsules for just over a month now. I originally got them for my husband and my daughter, and the chews for our children. But yeah, there's so much to say actually. For me, the main thing that's been like the biggest change that I've noticed is I have a lot less pain. I was on pain medication for over a year. I had a lot of issues with my back because I care full time for my husband. He's been unwell for over 10 years now. So that's the biggest one for me. The other one would be energy. I have stacks of energy now. I used to nana nap pretty much every day. But yeah, no, that's changed. What else is there? For my kids, especially for one of my daughters, she had a lot of skin issues. So she had white patches everywhere, and we weren't too sure what was causing it. And the doctors were just giving, creams of steroids and that in it. But after probably 3 weeks, not even 3 weeks, actually taking the chews, her skin started to clear up, and now you wouldn't even think anything was wrong with it. So that's another big one. Because we've got 7 kids here. With my other daughter, she used to get a lot of growing pains. I put it down to my husband's genes. He's Samoan. But yeah, he had a lot of issues with his body as well. So he would wake up with pain and whatnot. And it was the same for my daughter. So within probably about the same amount of time, maybe 2-3 weeks within taking the chews, she stopped waking up at night and needing somebody to massage your legs, which has been really awesome. I think I've had to do it maybe once in 2 months, which is amazing because it was a regular thing all the time before. What can I say? But yeah, there's been lots of changes. All my kids have noticed that they're able to sleep a lot better. Actually, for myself as well, I've suffered from insomnia for a long time. And when I was able to sleep, it wasn't a really good quality of sleep. When I'm waking up, I feel refreshed. I'm less grouchy. Like I said, no more nana naps. Actually, only if my body's coming down with something, which has been, I have to share this with you because it only happened recently. My son came home sick from work and I caught whatever he had. It was something viral. But because of what I was taking, I was able to overcome it within a matter of a few days. Like within 2 days, I actually started to feel better and was on the mend and was able to do things. But with him, this is my older son, he doesn't think, he's not taking the capsules at the moment or the chews. But he suffered a lot longer than I did. So, you know, I can testify right now that these things have definitely helped give my family a lot of what we're missing, because food, as Hinarera said, the food these days doesn't contain the same nutrients. Okay, the ground, the soil is not the same that they're growing it in, and they get sprayed excuse me, with all that stuff. So, you know, what we're putting into our bodies now it's nowhere near as powerful as what we think it should be. Okay, I think that foods that are grown organically now would have a lot more substance to them, but not the things that are grown like in mass. And that's pretty much where all of our supermarket food come from. I think that's enough of my testimony about that. There is actually 2 parts to the Juicy Life capsules and chews. And I wanted to share a bit with you guys about the business side of it. And just to be able to clear up some, you know, there's a common stories that always come with the online businesses and that. And one of the most common ones is that it's a pyramid scheme. So I wanted to share with you guys tonight, I have in front of me a whiteboard. Oh gosh, are you guys going to be able to see it? Okay, so, you know, as we know with most jobs, you start entry level, which would be down here. And I'm going to use the supermarket as our example because it's a good thing. So, you know, we'd have our checkout operators and whatnot down the bottom here. And then you'd move up and you'd have supervisors, you know, shift supervisors, and then you'd have an actual supervisor. You might have department heads and then regional heads, and then all the way up here, there's like a CEO, and there's usually just one person up the top there. Unfortunately, in order to get like progress from here up, it's based on the work you do. Okay, it's not based on anybody else. So in order to continue to move up, it's all about what you do. And unfortunately, you don't get to bring your friends with you, which is kind of sad. Well, certain businesses you may be able to, but not every business. So, you know, that is a pyramid scheme right there. That is a pyramid, sorry. I'm not too sure why our minds tend to think that when we come across certain opportunities that it is a pyramid scheme, but you know, it's just the way things are. Okay, the other myth that I wanted to talk about, because yes, with businesses, you do need to introduce people to it in order to grow your team as such, but you're not doing this alone. And this is one thing I really love about this company. So I was introduced by a lovely friend named Terehine, and she's introduced a couple more people. We'll just say she's introduced Catherine and Shannon. And they've gone and introduced another couple more people. If you can see what I'm doing here, you can see right there, Turihine doesn't have to do this by herself. Yes, she can, you know, introduce more people to the thing, but it's not something that she has to do alone. And that's what I really enjoy about this company. In order to progress, you actually have to help your team out. Those that have become committed to the business with you, it's, you know, it's something you guys have to do together. I hope I've explained that all right. But yeah, I'm going to hand the time to Galilee now. And thanks, Innovator, for the time.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Vicky. I love that. I love that.
You're welcome.
Cool. Okay. Galilee's going to share a little bit about the business, which is interesting because she's... Sorry. This is my child. She hasn't actually joined, but she's going to share a little bit about what's going to happen with her.
Hi. Oh, the sliding is interesting. So what am I sharing? Oh, okay. Anyways, I'm Galilee. I'm not joining yet because I'm still 17. So I'll be joining next month on the 17th. And yeah, I think what attracted me to the business was the opportunity that everyone has to work at home and within the comforts of their own home and not just, you know, doing a 9-to-5 job. So I'm currently working, I work in a deli and yeah, it's all right, but it kind of just takes up my own time to do what I want to do. So I'd rather just make money from home and start creating an income doing what I love at the same time. And yeah, I think
So
covered a lot of it.
Oops, this lighting is interesting. So Galilee actually came to a conference last year. She wanted to come on her own accord. I don't like forcing my family into doing things that I am passionate about. So what was it about the conference that you really enjoyed and that made... So this was, 9 months ago,
yeah.
And she's still keen to join next month when she turns 18. So what was it about the conference?
I think it was that there were other people doing what I do that were still, you know, making an income at home. So they weren't just like advertising fruits and veggies and food, which isn't really my thing. Like sharing food and health isn't really my thing, but doing business is. So that's what they kind of, that's what a lot of the people that were at conference demonstrated. So yeah.
And you like that. So you've been on the... So Galilee's actually been on the product for a while now and has felt the effects of it too. So it was her decision to join, and she's actually already created her, I guess, a brand. What's your brand?
It's TMB, which is like the Millennial Bosses, and it's kind of like a group that I created, and I've actually gained a lot of interest from it. Like I've had so many people message it, like, oh, how can I join?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So as well as inspiring healthy living, she's come on it. She's taught me that she's coming in on it from a different level, where you can actually be young, create a business that you love. So we actually had a conversation a couple of weeks last month, and we compared hours we worked, and I worked maybe half the time than she does at her job, and we discovered that just because the half the time that I worked, that I was actually earning more, just inspiring others to live healthy and to inspire others to create something from home. Because, you know, for some people, $300 a month makes a big, huge difference, you know, and some people come into this just like, oh, I'll be happy with a couple of hundred. And we have someone in our team actually who her first month was 300, and I got this incredible call from her, and she was like freaking out and screaming. She goes, "Oh, I just got paid!" And I'm not sure if she knew how much she was going to get paid, but you know that makes a big difference for some families where they just want to maybe supplement their income with getting better food for them, paying the bills easier, and then you get some that actually just do incredible in this business. So it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. If for those of you who are on this that are new, it's not that. It's a get-rich long-term. So you actually build it over time, but you develop more than just that. I don't know, one of the biggest benefits for me is the community that I'm a part of. And for people that work the normal 9 to 5, your community and your work friends, which is amazing for some people. But I know people all over the country and all over Australia and even in the States that we actually get to uplift and inspire each other. So because of this business, we're actually launching her, I will say it, we'll make ourselves accountable, from the South Island next month. So we'll be launching her from there. For her 18th, she wanted to go somewhere different. And I thought, well, you know, I've never been to the South Island. She's never been. This is her home country, but she's never been there. So we're going to be doing it on the road, and that's what this gives us, the opportunity to do that on the road. So you get people that come in for different reasons, and it's entirely up to you where you want to take this business. So for us, we love exploring and we love traveling, and because of this business, we've been able to do that. And we get to do that while we. So I teach early morning, like a Bible class, and then over the holidays I can go and trip with my daughter and just spend time with my family, because my family is my highest value, and health and wellness. So health and wellness is another high value of mine. So that's how this fits into our family. But I just wanted to thank everyone for coming on tonight. Thanks, Mem, for trying to share with us. There's something up with your internet down there in Murupara, Mem. But we thank you for joining us. Thank you, Vicky, for your awesome testimony, and thank you for jumping on. We've got Roy Mata and Rake Nui. So thank you very much, everybody. If any part of this presentation resonates with you, please feel free to reach out to the person that invited you to this. If you're getting the link, reach out to the person that sent it to you, and we're here to help you to see if this would be a fit for you and your family. So thanks, everybody. I will sign off there, and I'll unmute everyone to say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks,
Thanks, everyone. See you later.
Bye.